Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. These meetings are recorded and videotaped for training purposes and quality control. So if you don't want to be on tape, get out now. All right, so we're going to call the July 19, 2017 meeting of the Interboro School Board of School Board Directors to order. May we have a roll call, Mrs. Caldwell?
Ms. Boyle? Mr. Chabon?
Here.
Mr. Burns?
Here.
Mr. Phelps?
Here.
Mr. Eckert?
Here.
Mr. McGarvey?
Here.
Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mrs. DiBattista? Here. Mr. Harris?
Present. Mr. Evans, may we have the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Behind you guys.
Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer. Bless all schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District. And grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. What is undertaken always be done in charity and in peace, and what we do might be for the benefit of others. All this we ask in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment, Mr. Evans?
We have one member of the public wishes to speak tonight, Mr. Zerdy Doby from Tango.
Item number 13.1 through 13.3 is the split dollar. Over the years, you passed this a number of times, and several members having that have died. Have you been, has the school district been reimbursed according to what was told to the people over the years for the costs that were paid to the insurance company?
Mrs. Riley?
Mr. Doby, we are in the process of working with our attorneys to ensure that we are getting what is owed to the district.
Okay, so as of not, the people who have died, you have not recovered any of the money that the township was paying over the course of the years.
We are in the process of addressing that.
And number 16, what is this lawsuit about?
Mr. Doby, because of the litigation exception to the Sunshine Act, we can't get into details about this. This is a settlement agreement, and the terms of the settlement agreement are confidential.
Well, contrary to what you just said, the Sunshine laws state that if there is a lawsuit that you are to provide the public the docket number, the name of the defendant, the name of the plaintiff, and a brief description of what it is. Now, this is the first time I've heard about this. Now, either you're keeping information from the public, I don't know when it was filed, but you have a docket number here. So why is this the first time that we're hearing about a lawsuit that was filed by the school district? And who is it about? Who's the defendant? Nationwide, is it the insurance company?
Yes, the information that you have said that you're entitled to, which you're correct about, is all contained in the motion. You have the defendant, you have the docket number. I believe that if you access the Delaware County Public Access website online using that docket number and/or the name of the defendant,
Right.
you can see the docket.
But that doesn't describe what it is. You're supposed to give a brief description of what the lawsuit is about, according to the Sunshine laws. If what it's about, I don't know what it's about. I get the impression that it's about insurance premiums. Is that a good assessment?
That's correct.
Okay. So, and it's why this is the first time the public is hearing about a lawsuit that you filed when you've had executive sessions, and it's obvious that you've discussed them, this lawsuit, but you never mentioned, you always said we're just discussing personnel issues, which means that you're not telling us the truth, and it's not right. Another issue is you've had two bond issues, one last year and one this year. The difference in the expenditures for the first one in May of 2016 was approximately $42,000. the expenditures for the one that was this year in March of 2017 was $121,000. Now, I brought this issue up to you as to why the discrepancy into the expenditures for these two bond issues, which total close to 13 million, are so different. You know, the amounts are $6 million and $7 million, but the expenditures are almost $80,000 difference. And so I'd like an explanation if you have one tonight, and if you don't, I'd like to have it done in a public meeting to explain why you're paying $80,000 more for a bond issue.
We'll address that at the next meeting. I don't have the information. I don't want to give false information or incorrect.
And finally, the teacher's contract. It was reported in the newspaper in May that you negotiated your contract with the teachers, and they don't get a pay increase for the year, this year, starting in July.
Correct, yes.
Well, here's the problem for me. Now, you increased our taxes 3.2%. Now, their expenditures is the greatest cost for the school district, but yet they're not getting any increase. I mean, I don't even know how that happens, but I have to give them credit if they were willing to negotiate a contract with zero increase in their salary for the first year. Since the last board meeting, you have lost almost $60,000 for the airport agreement, and your refusal, your obstinate silence in an effort to recover this money from the township and the county. $60,000. That's the salary of at least one teacher. Over the course of 1 year, it's more than $800,000. That's a lot of teachers, and that may be an increase for the teachers union. So you increased our taxes this year, you sent the bills out, nobody's getting raises, and next year, they're going to get a raise, and you're going to have to raise our taxes again. You need to recover, start the negotiations, contact the township and the county to start the negotiations to renegotiate that fixed payment from the airport so you can recover the money. I guarantee you, if there was a reporter here and you started that process, we want to start that process, it will be on the front page of the Daily Times. Interboro School Board seeks to renegotiate fixed guaranteed payment from the airport. I've been to the county, and I'm going to go to the county again when they pass their budget, and I've been to the township. They say, why should we do anything if the school board doesn't do anything? So you need to start that now. This is your last year, right, Mr. Eckert?
Yes.
And Ms. DiBattista? So you're not going to be here next year. And the people who they're putting in are very favorable to the people in Tinicum Township, if not related to them. So you need to get this money to try to recover this money. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Doty. Moving on. Item number 3, Mr. Evans.
Motion 3.1, that the following minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro School Board of Directors held on June 21st, 2017 be approved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 4, please.
Mr. Harris, this month our office has been consulting with the school district on special education issues, split dollar, and also reviewing contracts.
Thank you. Number 5, Mr. Evans.
Motion 5.1, that the treasurer's report for the month ending June 30th, 2017 be approved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Next motion.
5.2, motion that the fund disbursements in the amount of $9,929,302.76 be approved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 6, correspondence.
We have no correspondence tonight, Mr. Harris.
Thank you. Moving on to number 7.
For personnel, motion that the following personnel actions be approved. Motion 7.1 through 7.8.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 8.
Motion with regret that the following retirement be accepted. That the Board of School Directors approve Nancy DeSanctis, principal at the Kindergarten Academy with 6 years of service to the district, be approved for retirement effective September 15, 2017, under the terms and conditions set forth in the current agreement with the Act 93 compensation plan.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board?
Comment.
Mr. Chisholm?
I just wanted to congratulate Mrs. Sanctus on her retirement and wish her luck. Thank you for all your help past 6 years.
Any other comments?
Comment.
Ms. DeBattista?
Yes, I was very surprised to see this. I'm sure this decision didn't come lightly, but I just wanted to thank you so much for all your service to the district. You've been an amazing addition to the Kindergarten Academy, and I wish you well. I wish you lots of fun and relaxation, and we're always here if you want to come back and visit. So, but good luck and congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. DeBattista. Any other comments?
Comment.
Mr.
You know, I don't
Fox?
like to say much, but we will miss you.
I made a few words, but there you go. Thank you, Mr. Phelps. With that, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Congratulations. Number 9, Mr. Evans.
From the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motion that the following items be approved, 9.1 to 9.7.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions and comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 10.
From the Office of Special Education and Pupil Services, motion that the following items be approved, 10.1 to 10.10.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 11, please.
From the Office of Technology, motion that the following items be approved. 11.1, the school board directors approve the proposal for Follett School Solutions Incorporated for annual renewal of database hosting and web path licensing at a cost of $11,118.36, renewal to be paid from district funds.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 12.
Office of Facilities, motion that the following items be approved. That the Board of School Directors approve the agreement with Wheat Services, Inc. for the transportation of ambulatory students via passenger vehicles during the 2017-2018 school year at a cost of $50 per hour for proposed runs and $60 per hour for any additional as-needed runs to be paid from district funds.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board?
I have a question. Wheat services, what do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry.
You can't.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's already during public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
You can, ma'am, you can ask after the meeting. If you have a question, we'll be happy to answer for you. Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 13, please.
From the Office of Finance, motion that the following items be approved, 13.1 to 13.3.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 14, please.
Motion that the Board of School Directors approve the rates for Infinisource Cobra services not to exceed $6 per month per participant effective July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 8-0. Number 15.
Motion that the Board of School Directors approve the final 2017-2018 school year calendar. And this is a roll call motion.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, may we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Chavone?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Eckert?
Yes.
Mr. McGarvey?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. DeBattista?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes. It has been moved and approved 8-0. Sorry. Number 16, please, Mr. Evans.
Motion that the Board of School Directors approves settlement agreement with Nationwide and authorized solicitor to request that Interboro School District be Nationwide, Delaware County, CCP number 2017-004734 be settled and discontinued and ended by the court. This also is a roll call motion.
Thank you.
Second.
It has been moved in second. Any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Chavone?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Eckert?
Yes.
Mr. McGarvey?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mrs. DeBattista?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes. Motion passes 8-0. Old business?
I have old business. I forgot to mention this at the last meeting,
Go
but
ahead, Mr.
one of our teachers received President Steve's Coolest Teacher Award. I thought it was pretty neat. I think it was Mr. McLaughlin that got it. So I just wanted to recognize that. Not everybody was.
What is that, please?
President Steve. Brian, do you want to enlighten Mr. Harris?
Feel free.
It's a radio program on 93.3, and they recognize teachers that stand out and making a difference for the students. And random schools throughout the area are picked out of a hat. We were picked this year, and Mr. McLaughlin was voted to be the coolest teacher. And he got some recognition, he still got some time on the air, and he got a mug.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. Any other old business? New business? Yes, that's you.
Thank you very much. Okay, just some general information for the public. Re-registration is taking place right now here at the administration building. For information, please check out the website. Just so everyone is aware, we are re-registering grades for students entering 1st grade, 6th grade, 9th grade, and 11th grade. So to start school on Tuesday, September 5th, all students must be re-registered by Monday, August 28th. If you have any questions, check out the website or please call the registration office. Parent calendars will be available tomorrow on the website for anyone who would like to print it out, so parents have access and can start to plan out for the year. I would like to recognize our curriculum office. We were the recipients of a $25,000 incentive grant. I have it up here for a minute. Incentive award winners, and it was increasing literacy outcomes at the high school level through KTO grant. So this was a $25,000 grant, which we received just a few weeks at the PA conference, KTO Incentive Award Conference in Harrisburg. So we're very excited about that. We also received another $5,000 from CREST for promoting student reading at grade levels. So we're excited, $30,000 in grants, and the new year has just started. So we're very excited. Also, it's my pleasure to welcome Rachel over to Central Administration. Ms. Lambert, congratulations. Greatly missed by your staff and the parents and community over at Glen Olden. Big shoes to fill. Same with you, Ms. DeSanctis. Very bittersweet that you are leaving us, but moving on to retirement. You've been a great asset to the Kindergarten Academy. It's not easy in that position. There's a lot that comes with it. You're dealing with our youngest bucks, a lot of new parents. You have always handled yourself professionally and have always been courteous and respectful to all the parents and anyone who's entered your office. So I wish you well. We will miss you, but I do wish you the best. That's it for me.
Thank you. Any other questions, or I'm sorry, any other comments from the board members?
Comment?
Mr. Evans, please.
I'd like to at least take notice of the young gentleman that's here, maybe for reasons of civic duty badge for Boy Scouts.
Actually, he knows Mrs. Lambert. She actually helped him with Cub Scouts.
All right, well, thanks for coming. Thanks for doing your civic duty, and keep on coming, all the way up until you can vote and everything else.
And what have you been doing for us? What'd you do to get your badge?
I'm still working on my badge,
Good.
but I've been doing some stuff around the community, writing some stuff, been a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And then last, I'd like to thank Mr. Burns for his service as secretary, and hopefully I can continue to do a suitable job. Thanks.
Any other comments from the board? Yes, please.
I would like to take the time to congratulate Ms. Lambert on her new position, and wish her the best of luck. And good luck to Mr. Sanchez on her retirement. You will be surely missed. Thank you again for your service. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing none. The next work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be convened in the boardroom at the Administration Building on Monday, August 14th at 7 o'clock. The next regular public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be convened in the multi-purpose room in the Kindergarten Academy Wednesday, August 16, 2017 at 7 o'clock. We are adjourned. Have a good evening.